Hey everybody, CoyoteJim here. Thought I would make this short little video just to kind of fill everybody in on what am I doing with this 56 Olds 88 car, this holiday coupe. Because I've been asking for a lot of tips and suggestions and help with this or that, because I'm still learning along the way, obviously. So thought I would fill you in on what I'm doing so that it made more sense when I'm asking these questions. So first of all, I need to preface all this by saying I'm not a mechanic. I don't work at a body shop, never have. I don't know much about Oldsmobiles at all. I know a little bit about cars in general. What I am is a guy who just likes to have fun out in the garage, tinkering around with old car, old tractor, whatever. It's always been that way. I've always done it. I had the great fortune of having a dad who worked at General Motors for over 40 years, and we never took a car, tractor, or anything to a shop. We never did. Anything that happened and went wrong with the car, we did it ourselves. It was mainly out of necessity. But we had friends and family and come from a farm background, and he had friends there at work that had, that were mechanics, and he would ask them, and we just always did it ourselves. So why am I not just going ahead and tearing this car down and doing it the textbook way to rebuild it and to restore the car? Well, that's not the whole point of what I'm doing. And what I'm trying to do and what I'm having fun doing is, first thing I want to do is to see if I can get the engine turning and then running, and then get the car worthy to put on the road and do 100 miles on it. It's just kind of the fun thing that I do. I mean, I'll show you something here in a second that will make more sense to you. But then, once we've done that and I've got it going the way that I want to do, then I'll bring it in and we'll tear it down and we'll rebuild what needs to be rebuilt, and we'll fix the body work, and we'll replace glass, and we'll upgrade the brakes, do all that fun stuff. So that's why I'm asking these specific questions about how do you loosen up the sticky valves? What do you do? What do you use? And without pulling the head. I get a lot of responses like, hey, just pull the engine out, man, and take it to the machine shop. Well, yeah, but that's just counter to what I'm trying to do here. And I know you guys don't understand that yet, and I've never explained that to anybody, but that's what we're doing. And I'm doing a video series on it. So those will start coming up here on my YouTube channel soon. As soon as I get time to start doing some editing of the videos I've already taken. So I just wanted to fill you in on that, let you know what's going on with it. Mainly, it's a $300 purchase car, and I'm just trying to see if I can get it running and driving before I spend a whole lot of extra money doing other things with it. So, and that's the way I like to do it. It's the way I've always done it. And I'll show you this real quick. So this may make more sense to you here. Sorry about that. So what we have here is a 1955 Ford Town Sedan. It's a Fairlane. And this car, the same thing. So we did the same thing with this. This is my son's daily driver that he drove while he was a senior in high school. Now he's in college and he's not driving it up there. It's not practical to be driven around campus. So it is here, and it's his, and it will remain here and his. And so we did the same thing with this. I bought the car in about the same shape as this Holiday, and we got it to run, we got it to go, we got it to stop. We took it over to my dad's garage at the time, and we didn't put 100 miles on it because this has the infamous rotted front cross member, and it was basically strapped together with muffler clamps and baling wire, and so it just wasn't safe to put that kind of miles on it. But we drove it about 20 miles and over to my dad's, to the shop, and we pulled it in, parked it, and there we started the tear down. And it was my dad, me, and my boy working on it, and it took us about a year and a half, and by the time it was partway through his senior year, that's what he drove to school. So we did the same thing. We got it running, got it driving, took it to the shop, then started tearing it apart, took the engine out, took the transmission out, took the engine over to the machine shop and had done what needed to be done on it, and did all the work other than that ourselves, even painted it ourselves, and we had never done that before. So it was a fun project, and it was a good way for me to spend time with my dad and my son, and teach my son a little bit about how to turn a wrench, and the value of your bloody knuckles and your sweat and cussing the car back together, and the lessons learned all along the way. And so that's what we're doing with the holiday. Hopefully that kind of makes sense to you now about why I'm asking the questions I'm asking in the way that I'm asking. And if you give me some advice, I really, really appreciate it. If I happen not to take that particular piece of advice and do what you recommend, or I don't do the textbook thing, it's because it just probably doesn't work for the specific thing that I'm trying to do at the time. So I appreciate you. Thanks for all your advice. Keep teaching me. I'm learning along the way, and I'm going to have fun with this thing for the next couple of years anyway. And I hope you help me out, and I hope you enjoy watching the videos when those come up. And if you have suggestions, then just throw them at me. Yeah, I always like to hear what other people's ideas, because again, none of the stuff that I do, they're not my own ideas. Everything that I do has been taught to me by somebody else. Or just kind of picked up as learned along the way. Trial and error, that's the best way to learn. So that's what we're doing. It's going to be fun. I hope you enjoy the videos if you watch them, and I hope you subscribe to the channel. I never will ask anybody to donate any money. If you happen to feel it in your heart to do something like that, the money will go towards supporting the channel and maybe further purchases down the road to do the same thing. I will buy the worst of the cars that I find, and the lowest dollar price that I can find, just to see if we can get them running and driving back on the road at least for 100 miles before we pull them back apart and make them a better car, maybe for somebody else or maybe just to keep. I don't know. So I appreciate you, and watch the videos when they come up. If you got questions about this video, or you want to know what my channel is, it's CoyoteJim, and we're going to have some fun, so I appreciate you watching. Thanks.